Hello and welcome. In this upload we are travelling to Legoland Billund, but not exactly how I had planned. This is actually 4 separate videos that have all been put together because all the files got corrupted, but I've saved what I could save and I've just merged them together. So we're going to start the video with a rally stage. This is actually a diversion we had to take due to a crash a little bit further ahead, so the sat-nav took us this way. This is a 60-mile-an-hour road in the deep of the heart of the Cotswolds, which is always good fun at the best of times, let alone when you have a lot of head-on traffic coming as well. So we've got a couple of minutes of this, then we get to the airport, and then we've got all the different bits and pieces that you have to do inside the airport. We have a look at some of the different Lego sets, which should have been a video. Then we find the plane, get on the plane, bit of footage on the plane, then we land in Billund, and all of a sudden, we then come to the next day, where I actually then end up catching up with myself as we walk and talk to the camera in -4 temperatures, all the way through to the gates of Legoland Billund. This actually should have been the very first video of absolutely everything. This is well late. This was actually filmed in January. We're now the 18th of March when this has even been finally get put together. I thought I lost more than I lost, so I have managed to salvage some bits and pieces. So when I do end up speaking to the camera, you're just going to have to sort of grow and bear little bits and pieces with what I say, but it is what it is. But if you are thinking of travelling over from the UK to Billund, or even travelling to the Lego house or Legoland Billund at all, this will be a fantastic video for you. It'll be absolutely spot on, because from when we land to how we get to where you need to go, it's super easy. I'll explain everything as I walk and talk to the camera. But I know quite a few of you do like seeing what it looks like in the back roads that we have to take over in the UK. Like I said, these are 60-mile-an-hour roads, so they are good fun, and they are rather tight, as you can see yourself. But if you are a fan of driving on these roads like I am, then obviously let me know in the comments. But I know some of you guys and girls do not like these at all. I think this one road is actually about the same width as one lane in the States. So it's always good fun to get people's reactions. But like I said, we've got about 3 minutes of this in total, and then we've got to get to the airport. We'll walk and talk all the way through the airport, see what it looks like from where we get the bus all the way in. Then the flight gets called, get onto the plane. We'll have a look at what is obviously on offer, have a look at the window as well. We will get, I think Phil managed to salvage the takeoff, which is always good. Didn't get the landing, which is a little bit of a shame. But like I said, it is a complete and utter mix-up. This should have been, I think, maybe 4 separate videos. There should have been at least an hour and a bit's worth of footage, and all I've managed to retrieve is just over half an hour's worth in total. But it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. And like I said, this is a little bit late because this actually should have been first, but I actually, luckily, all of the Lego House Billund videos are already available, and they've already been uploaded because luckily they were on a completely separate memory card, so it's not too bad. So if you want to hunt them down, the Home of the Brick playlist, there is all of the 2023 videos already available, which is some of the bits and pieces that I actually end up talking about as we walk and talk up to the actual Lego land itself. So if you are looking forward or thinking of going to the Lego house, they've already been uploaded. They got uploaded a fair few weeks back, and I did end up going, I think, 3 or 4 times in the 2022 season as well. So if you want to see all of the different bits and pieces of what Easter will be like, or Halloween will be like, for example, and you're thinking of planning different trips and visits to go over, then obviously feel free. There's plenty of videos available. So I think what we're going to do now, we're going to cut out the country, and now we are heading towards the actual car park all the way up at Heathrow. So if you are not familiar with how we do these kind of things over in this way, and you've not seen any of how you get to the long stay, you will see just how busy the car park is. As we wrap it around, we'll then park up, and like I said, then we'll jump on the bus, and then we will just go from there. But the visit and the trip itself, all in all, I think it went okay. We managed to get some nice videos, which you guys and girls have already commented on, and you have already seen with regards to some of the Lego store videos. We've done the Legoland exclusive sets. We've managed to do the airport bits and pieces already, because like I said, the actual Lego airport store, which has got the 20% off video, that went up ages ago because that was on a completely different memory card to what we are looking at now. So that was all lucky. So luckily I did actually take up 2 memory cards. I ended up filling up the 1 memory card, which is the travel day and the first day, and then all of the Lego house was on a completely separate video. So it is what it is. But I think we're about to nearly overshoot the turning because I was too busy arguing with that taxi. So we turn left just here, shoot it round, and then we pull up, get your ticket, and you can just see how ridiculously busy this was. And it was, all the kids are still at school, so this has absolutely nothing to do with the children being off whatsoever in the UK. It was just extremely busy. I think this is probably one of the busiest I've ever seen this airport car park, because everybody was actually parking in the parking bits on the road as well. But we end up managing to find think we end up quite far in, as you can fully well imagine. And then, like I said, we'll then just jump into all of the duty free, and we will go from there. So it's always good fun. But if you have caught any of the other videos from Billund, then obviously let us know. Or if you are thinking of going either to the theme park or going over to the actual Lego house itself, let us know, because I am looking forward to getting over to the Billund theme park, so the actual Legoland theme park over there, again, because I went last year and I don't think it opens till April, so we're a couple of weeks away, and then I'll be able to jump in and basically redo all of this again and actually not lose the footage this time. But you can see all the cars that are on the right hand side. I haven't seen all of them full for a long time. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen that many cars in here. Like one of the other videos that I did, it was busy, but I don't think it was this busy. So if you're not a fan of parking, then it's always good fun to try and find a parking space, especially when you're in a pickup truck trying to get into a standard size parking space. So that's always a bit fruity and a bit good fun. But we've got about 30 more seconds of this extremely exciting content. And like I said, there should have been a long explanation of what's to come. I filmed the whole journey up, loads and loads of different bits and pieces. I even had to pull over for one of them and actually try and help somebody that was actually broken down. We lost all of that, but I managed to salvage 6 minutes. So we did it. We're there, and now we are about to get up to a bus stop 3, zone C and F. And if you're unfamiliar, you then get a hopper bus that runs every sort of 10 to 15 minutes. This will then take you directly to the terminal that you need to go on. So we are obviously on that bus now. You've got to then literally drive back on the road that you've just driven through. You go all the way through, and then I do believe this one just takes you directly to terminal 3. You might get off, you might be able to do T2, T3, but we ended up getting off at terminal 3 because that's exactly where I needed to go from. And then we'll run you through the process of what it is you actually need for your ticket. Now you can see how this was going to be another completely separate video, but luckily this was all filmed on my phone, so I didn't lose any of this whatsoever. So dropped us off terminal 3 up to departures, and then you go through security, which we've missed all of that. You end up getting your bags, get everything else, get your ticket printed off, and now we are in the duty free section. So there are so many different bits and pieces that you can buy and see and do within this area if you want to. They did not actually have a Lego store here though, which is a little bit of a shame, because they do have one at Stansted and they also have one at Gatwick, but at London Heathrow at the moment they don't. They just have this. So we will have a small look around some of the Lego sets that are available, and that was £124. Currently, that is in a sale for 109, I think. So that is actually cheaper than what it was when it first came out at the local toy shops. But some of them are then, like the ATST, was a lot more expensive. So some of them didn't make sense, some of them did. Because don't forget, you should be paying any VAT or any duty on any of these sets. So they should be cheaper here than what they would be at your toy shops. But looking at the prices at the Legoland, sorry, let me start again. Looking at the prices from the Lego shop in Billund, all of the Lego sets, when you spent a certain amount of money, you got 20% off, and some of the prices were already cheaper anyway. So it might be worth saving your money and getting them on the way back. It might be a bit different if we actually had a Lego store at Heathrow to have a look around and try and work out the prices. Next time I fly from either Stansted or Gatwick, I will then do my best to get a much better video from there, and then we can actually have a look at some of the prices and everything like that. But that is basically all of the selection that you got from the Lego sets here at the Heathrow Airport. I think we'll pan around, have a look at some of the other bits and pieces from Hoth. They're $14.99, so they were like for like price of what they would have been at the toy shop. You can see you've got some architectural sets underneath, and then we'll go over to the other side once we pass some of the friend sets, just see what else is available. So that is $58.32, and then we've jumped to the other side, and then we pan down. You've got some of the cheaper friend sets, some little Duplo bits and pieces. You've got some Marvel stuff, and then you've got some of the stunts things as well. Right, so that is end of stage number 2. Start of stage number 3, which would have been the third video, would have been a full Heathrow tour. Now, annoyingly, obviously, I actually said I filmed all this on my phone, which I have done, so I've had to take a load of stuff away, otherwise this video would have been far too long. So what we would have done is we'd have gone around the whole airport, had a look at all the different terminals, all the other shops that were available and everything like that, find the quieter pockets before the big planes get called, like where we are now, and then we were going to do a little bit of plane spotting. So if you are a plane fan, there would have been loads and loads of different bits and pieces to have a look at. I don't know anything about this, but I know some of you that watch the channel do like flight and travel and all that kind of thing. So there we're going to be spoilt for choice with all of those, but that's all you're basically going to get now, I'm afraid. So now we'll move on, we'll let this one take off and go out into the distance, and then we will go and hunt down the gate that we're going to be traveling from, and then like I said, we'll get on the plane, have a little bit of on-flight footage, and then we will move on and then land the other side, and then I will eventually catch up with myself, stop the voiceover and start to do a walk and talk, which would have been the 4th video, which again I've kind of had to snip together a little bit, so if I don't kind of make sense, you're just going to have to bear with me. But like I've said, if you are interested in anything with regards to either Legoland Billund or the Lego house, I have lots and lots of videos available in the different playlists if you want to find out any more information, or even how to get around all the different accommodations and where to stay, like the brilliant places like you can stay at the Legoland Holiday Village. We've got full tours available from there as well. So you are spoilt for choice if you want to get yourself over to Billund. I'm hoping to get over to Germany this year, but I will leave you with the takeoff. And just like that, we are up and going. We will have some spectacular views to look at in a little bit, but it does not take long at all, does it, to get up and going in one of these things. If I remember rightly, the landing on this flight was extremely bouncy and bumpy. That leads me into the onboard safety entertainment. That was perfectly timed. So there was nothing else apart from looking out the window and then soaking up the view, or having a quick look through the actual safety brochure if need be. Don't forget the short haul flights, you don't have TV screens or anything like that. So if you are expecting a lot of entertainment, just look out the window like this, because I think you will find it rather pretty depending on what time that you fly. We will have a slightly better look at the sunset in a second, so I will end up changing the angle now, and you can just see how pretty that is. And then before you know it, the snacks and everything come around, so even though the flight time is exactly the same as what it is with Ryanair do not offer you food or drink. Obviously you can buy it if you want to, but you do get complimentary bits and pieces with British Airways, and again you have got the option to buy things. And now we've already landed, and now we are about to have a quick look through the Billund Airport. Now with the Billund Airport, it has changed a huge amount. They've done lots and lots of new building work and all the other little bits and pieces like that. So where we are now, this is all relatively new. I think this is the first time me seeing this open, because last time I came down this way it was all boarded up and you had to sort of walk and snake through. They've changed everything with regards to their passport control as well, so it looks like it's going to be a lot quicker, even though it wasn't the slow in the first place. But I think what they're getting ready for is a larger volume of flights to come into Billund maybe for the 2023 season, just with how they've added in so many new machines, which we'll have a very quick look at. Obviously you turn the camera off, these things just here, all of these are brand new, so it'll be very interesting to see how they're going to utilize and get them working. And now we are about to head up and head outside. So guys, I'm going to almost wrap up phase number 3 before we go into stage number 4, which would have been a completely separate video again. Like I said, I've tried to cut it together best I possibly can. If I start speaking about a random video that is not available, that's because there's no footage of it, because it all got corrupted. But they are the buses that you have got the option of getting on if you just want to leave the airport, get straight on the bus and then take you straight to your hotel, or Legoland itself, and again the Lego house and everywhere. So that's how close they are. Or you can do what I'm about to do now, which is turn around and start walking up and through. So we are now on a completely different day. We've gone from night to day with that super smooth edit. So I am going to leave you to ridiculously cold temperatures. It is a fresh one this morning. Now I said this in the last video, it is absolutely stunning here this morning, but I can confirm the temperature is -4, and I think it says it feels like -7. So that's why, luckily, I did pack my my thicker Judo with me, which is nice. So we went up in a straight line in the last video, or the last time I filmed walking from here this morning, which was about 10 minutes ago. It is a case of you can get the bus or you can walk to the Legoland park. Now what we're going to do, we're going to walk all the way up. We have done this previously, it's one of my first ever uploads, but it was so shaky and juddery, it kind of makes me cringe when I watch it back. So we're going to go all the way around. Now from here I can actually see the campus directly in a sort of diagonal, literally diagonal line. And if you walk in a straight line from here, you can actually get directly to the Legoland as well. But if in case you didn't know, if you didn't catch any of the videos, you do actually have to walk all the way around the outside of the Billund airport. So obviously that's where we've just come from, as I've said in the front of the voiceover. We came from the front and then we've come through and we've come around. So we will walk all the way around and down, and it would be as long as it takes just to get there. Now obviously you did see where you can get the buses from, and it is as quick if you are staying at this Leap Hotel to get the bus as how long you've been watching this video for. So it's what, minute 35 I think. So it's really not that far. So if you have got Legoland and you are going to the Legoland park, you can get the bus and that will wrap you round, and then you can get off at a bus stop very, very close to the Legoland park if you wanted to. So that's always a bit of a bonus. So that's not too bad. And I just stay one night in obviously in the hotel, stay one night in Billund, just as easy. And I tend to land, go to the park on day one, and then I do the Lego house on day two, and then just come back. So this would be a walk that I would do probably about 45 minutes time from now, to be honest. I'm doing it a little bit earlier. The park isn't open at the moment, it's still out of season, but it just proves how easy it is from literally you landing at that airport over there and then just coming round and through. Now obviously you can stick to the road if you wanted to, but luckily it's actually completely frozen solid, so my shoes aren't going to get soggy. Now there is, if you are a plane person, all the information of the planes and everything. So if you are waiting for a friend to come in on slightly different flights, you've got all of the information, everything on the arrivals on that board, and then you've got the departure board just on there, and it's got all the map and everything at the bottom, which is pretty cool and nice and simple and nice and easy. And then we'll carry on and cut through, but I will carry on speaking as I am now to the camera as we get to the main road, and then from the main road I'll probably go to a voiceover and turn the volume down, because it's going to be almost rush hour, I would imagine. So it might be quite noisy, and I don't think then you're going to hear me. So I was going to say in the comments below, take a guess how long it's going to take me to get there, but the length of the video might give it away, because I am actually going to stop this video when I get to the Legoland front entrance. So that's probably not going to be a good one, but it'd be pretty interesting to see how much the entrance has changed since last year, because I came in Halloween last year and it was all obviously decorated out for Halloween. This time round obviously it's not, but the last walk that I did of this style, it was obviously nice and simple, but they've added in a lot of things onto the road this time with regards to like decorative sort of art pieces. So we'll see how this camera picks that up and just see what they look like. But yeah, hopefully I am making sense, but my face is really cold, so I'm sort of having to pause a little bit. It's taken me back how fresh it is this morning. It's lovely, but I've made a bit of a schoolboy error. I brought this with me, which is lovely, but I brought a slightly thinner hoodie. So if you guys wear these kind of things, you know that when you waft your arm around, all you have is a really super cold breeze. So I got really cold forearms this morning, which is not ideal. But if you have any confusion whatsoever, because I might have mumbled at the beginning of this video, we are walking directly to the Legoland entrance of the park, but all you've got to do is keep the airport to your left. So these gates just need to be to your left hand side the whole time. You go up, obviously turn left, walk down the long main road, get to the roundabout at the top, turn left, walk in a straight line. The airport's still there, and then the park gates is literally a straight line from there, but we just got to walk all the way around it instead. So it is really simple to do. It's obviously potentially a lot quicker getting a bus depending on what time they are running. The bus times will be available online, along with the price as well, because I haven't got the current price to hand, so I'm not going to say what it is, because obviously the prices all around the world at the moment are changing absolutely everywhere. Now the bus is something I have never ever done, but it is super simple. I've seen many people walk from the Sleep Hotel down, jump on the bus, because that bus links to this main road just here, and then it just takes you up. It doesn't take you any other special way or anything like that. So it is very straightforward, and it's not the kind of thing that would be absolutely ramsacked either, so you wouldn't really have to queue for it, because it is just like I think it's like a normal bus system that uses the airport. It's just like a normal bus stop, so it does just keep circling and rotating around. It's not like it just stays there until it's full and leaves, like sort of other type of holiday shuttles, shall we say. So it is just a normal bus route, and I do believe it just has the airport on its route. But that's how far we've walked. It's taken a couple of minutes to do so. If you've got the legs to do it, I would highly recommend doing it, especially when it's this glorious in the morning. But we will cross over without getting run over, and then see what has changed, because it looks like there's some bits and pieces actually have changed over there. All of these monument type statue things, they're in, and I can see the Lego Movie 2 Unikitty ride, and I can also see the Lego campus from here. Now it's not as busy as I thought it was going to be, so might cross over and just see what we can do. Yeah, because I have done this once or twice before. Maybe I must have been a little bit early, maybe I'm a little bit later today, and yeah, the traffic on this road can be busy, but they are eager beavers over this way. They actually start work at 8 AM and it's gone 8 now, so everybody's at work. You can see the difference. This is Friday morning. The Lego house opens tomorrow for the first day of the 2023 season, so there will be lots and lots of videos coming with regarding that. Now the videos that would have already been uploaded would have been the travel video. So we've done the travel video first, then the Sleep Hotel video. This is number 3. So these are the 2 before this, but the ones that have already been uploaded from the Lego house, all going well, so I'm really hoping that it's there, will be the brand new shop tour from the Lego house Lego shop, because I'm really hoping they have their brand new 2023 exclusive Lego set in. So obviously I'll be filming that tomorrow, but it will be uploaded before this, because it'll be a brand new thing. And also the brand new thing that they've got going on downstairs, which is all to do with minifigure photography. So if you've missed that video, hunt it down within the Home of the Brick playlist, which is where you can find everything related to the Lego house. There is a plane coming in. I'll let you watch that land. That'd be quite nice to see. You got that absolutely nailed. So they've been doing work on the runway this morning, obviously with it being so cold, and how quickly they've got everything. I mean, like, even this footpath is all being gritted, all of it. There's no ice, no slip, no nothing. So it is amazing how easy it is to walk around. I'll probably end up falling over in a second, but it wouldn't be like this in certain parts of the UK, that's for sure. But yeah, where was I getting sidetracked? So everybody is basically at work now already. The videos that is hopefully going to be coming, like I said, will be the Lego store shop, and then also this minifigure photography, because I think what it's supposed to be, it's supposed to teach you how to take photos of the Lego minifigures, and it looks like they've got backdrops behind. Now from what I can gather, you don't actually need a ticket to see that, but I've got a ticket ready for tomorrow, so then I can get all of the new uploads done from the Lego house for the 2023 season, because there'll be lots and lots of different models up there. There'll be all sorts of different bits and pieces with regards to everything in the cabinet all going well from when I went last time in October, so we can play spot the difference on those. So if you are very much more of a Lego model hunter downer, then there'll be plenty of videos for you for that. But you can see what I mean about the road noise. If it was very, very busy, you wouldn't hear. So I'll let you listen to this take off. And he is up and away. It is scary how quickly though you get some height on. So what I can see from here, which I'm not 100% sure if you can, remember airport always to the left, I can see the observation tower from Legoland itself. I can still see the campus. That's nice and easy because the campus is actually set behind the park. So at this angle, it all looks like it's together, which is really, really nice. So all of that is together. I'm going to be making my way to Lalandia after this. And then I want to check out all the new bits and pieces from the sculpture park. So in the sculpture park video, there is a how to get around / accommodations playlist for all different places around the world. And in that playlist there's multiple times of me walking through this park. First ever time I did it, it was just the monuments, which looked really, really nice. And then they started to take a load of trees down, and then they started to expand it. And then in the next video I got a bit worried, thinking, well, they're just gonna knock it down and build a load of houses. And what they're actually doing is they're extending it. So I managed to catch it in October last time I came. And they had put like skate ramps in, they had put BMX tracks in, all that kind of thing. So it'd be very, very interesting to see how much further that has developed on for the actual Legoland park, because you can now cut through and use the sculpture park much easier rather than having to walk all the way around. So it is amazing to think that they've added it in for the locals with regards to obviously much more activities to do. The cafe and everything might be open in there as well, so I think they're supposed to be selling like hot drinks, hot chocolate and that kind of thing. But they've done it where it's now a lot easier for certain hotels to cut through, because I was quite worried for the number 8 hotel, because it used to be a track, like a running track for horses. So as you can imagine, a huge amount of crowds turned up. That hotel was always full. You literally crossed over the road and you were there. Now it's a prime location for the Lego house, even more than what it was before. So because you can now, that now might be one of the quickest hotels, minus the actual Lego hotel, to get to the Lego house. So we'll start working out some times and everything. The Sleep hotel is by far the longest. So if you are thinking of, you are just going to go to the Lego house and then come back and then do something the following day, then go fly back home, this is the longest walk from any hotel that you can do. I found the most easiest and most convenient so far for me was actually staying at the Legoland Holiday Village, which is smack in the middle. You just do this walk once, get to the Lego house, and then you can easily ping over to Lalandia, you can get to the park, you can get to the Lego house. It's just in a spot on location as well, depending on what time you're watching this. That new A-frame is like for like the shape of the Holiday Village accommodation. It's an amazing, amazing thing. So it's a beautiful looking build. Right, we'll cross over here so we won't get run over. I'm going to get run over. Yeah, you just got to remember that they drive on the opposite side of the road. Otherwise you will get caught out. But this is all parking as well, by the way. So if you are driving to Legoland, we pass one of the parking bays a little bit further back just there, and then we've got another parking bay just here, which again has Lego models in, it has all that kind of thing in there, which is really, really cool. And then there's another one which is literally directly over the way from the actual entrance, which is where we're walking to now. So this is still the Legoland parking just here on the left. You can see it's easy enough signposted where it says Legoland. You can go in there and then cut through one of the zebra crossings if you wanted to, or you can just cross here and then you just cross over that road, because the parking is all to my left but everything to the right hand side, so all of that over there, that is all your Legoland. So I can see now in that silhouette there, so that cool silhouette just there, that is your haunted house. In front of that you've got the pirate, and then you've got the observation tower behind that, and then you've got the pirate section as well. So it's a huge area, but it's all completely frozen over. But it's a little bit weird to see it out of season, because they're doing a lot of updates on their Instagram and all their social media bits and pieces, where they are refurbing a lot of the Miniland, which looks like it's going to be a really cool thing. And they've got all the people in there getting new bits and pieces up, and all the lights and things like that. So hopefully what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to cross over in a second. We'll be able to get behind the Miniland boat section, and we can see exactly what's what. But with the parking, again, yes, it is directly behind the airport, but there is Lego models in there. So that's what we've been trying to say for the last couple of minutes. There's plenty of models within, but you can see the signage and everything, it's all turned off, so there's no signs there whatsoever. But we can get over. I'm not too sure if I should try and get it close or stay far away. I will cross over here and then we'll just risk it and see. Hopefully I'm not too close, and we should be able to see absolutely everything. No, there looks like there's massive clumps of snow and ice on the floor down this side, so I know it has been very, very cold this way, but we'll jump up on here. So you can see the Statue of Liberty silhouette just there, and the ride itself, there we go, it's all been completely drained. So obviously, as they would do so for their winter season. It's what they did over in Windsor as well. So if you went over at Windsor over at Christmas, you'd have seen everything completely drained out. There was nothing in there. They're refurbing all of the squid races and everything over in Windsor. They don't have that over here in Billund, but they do have a couple of other water rides, so everything else water related will be completely empty. But you can see over the rock face that there are some pretty cool models in there. But we are now on the correct side. But check that out, some big old things. So it's obviously been even colder than what it is now. I know it did snow a while back, but I'm surprised that they're still on the floor. So parking still to the left. That goes all the way down, mind, that parking. And the parking actually goes to the bus stop that I was talking about right at the very, very start. So where you can see the traffic lights in the distance, where that car is just coming through now, there is a bus stop there. That would be the bus stop that you would get off to obviously then get to here. Now, because it is a normal bus service, if you are staying in a different hotel, like by the Lego house, for example, you can get on that bus to come back up this way. But we'll see who is around at the front here, because I would imagine there'll be people taking photos like there always are, just because it is such a popular tourist bit. There's a Doris walking her dog at the moment, so that dog looks like it's absolutely freezing, and they have got something different up. So what does this say? So I have not seen this bit before, so we'll see what this spells, and then we'll have a quick look round. It might be the Christmas decks, but we'll see. We'll have a look. But again, I was saying to you about the zebra crossing, that's how close you would be. So you would cross over there, massive wide crossing, and then you are there. So as easy as that, as the plane takes off in the background. So you can see that they run continuously, even with the very, very cold weather this morning. None of the flights were delayed. People were leaving the hotel first thing this morning, and they were gone all on time. Nothing's been delayed or anything. So very, very impressive, especially with how cold it is. I think these is all the they still got the Christmas stuff up, some of it. So I did not manage to get here for the Christmas season, which I was gutted about. But the artwork obviously up at the top is from the Christmas season, and they have got a load of scaffolding on the inside where they're taking all the lighting and everything down. But it is a very, very cool front entrance. But I'll show you where the tickets are and how you can cut through to the castle, and then that'll be that. So hopefully you found that relatively helpful. But you can pick up all your tickets from the big ticket booth just here, or you've got obviously the other tickets just over there. And then if you are staying at the Legoland castle, you can just cut through, and then you have the 2 different hotels, which we'll do that in a completely different video, so keep your eyes peeled for that one, and that'll link and go through. So we've got plenty of sort of more touristy walky round videos like this. But guys, that is it. I am done. Hopefully, like I said, you found that helpful. But if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da.